Welcome to Voice of Reason.
The challenges confronting Yoruba race are also confronting every part of Nigeria.
It's not peculiar. There is nothing special.
Nothing really peculiar, but of course, when you talk of it's cause and effect issue. A cause may be the same, but the effect may differ from place to place. Okay, because the Yoruba, we have so much promise from the beginning. I mean, with leaders like Baba Ayoola, who set a very high pace for the Yoruba people and made us many firsts in many areas. You find that the Yorubas feel they've been slowed down by the peculiarity of the things happening in Nigeria. And not only that, it has also affected, I talked about the Omoluabi ethos. The decadence in the general society has also affected us. So you see the Omoluabi ethos is also dwindling in the younger generations. The issue of character, ethics, and values that we take very seriously. I remember in those days, your parents will always tell you, "Run to your humanity, won't she?" That's to remind you that look, the family's name is at stake. You must always remember whose son you are and keep the family's name, the honor, and all of that. Those kind of societal values also have been affected. Then, of course, apart from that, because the Yoruba are also very highly endowed, intellectually, diplomatically and otherwise, and in skills and all of that. Whatever policies that devolve from the top, we certainly have effect on how far we can realize those potentials.
Well, it appears the Yoruba race is one that is very, very sensitive. Okay, the Yorubas seem to have this attitude of, if it's happening elsewhere, don't bring it here. And that we saw, okay, the reactions that trailed the Owo massacre, the Gangan massacre and all that. Now, how do you think some of these can be forestalled beyond rhetorics of don't bring it near us?
Yeah, let me use this opportunity to appreciate our governors. I remember when they came out with the idea of Amotekun, it was really an ingenious one, and it shows again, the usual thing Yoruba is known for, being first in so many good things. That's one step. I think what I will advise, the Amotekun is good, great idea, but obviously we can see that we need something more
Than Amotekun.
And what we need, we have several other components similar. I'm thinking of an integrated security system, self-defense, intelligence network system that takes into cognizance and brings into convergence the hunters, okay, the vigilantes, the different elements of OPC, the Agbekoya, all of those similar self-defense, components that we have. We bring them into a convergence, so there can be, coordination and bringing all of this into one, so that the efforts can be coordinated. The lethality of that network, the amount of force they could be empowered to use, I think that's the major issue. But that still boils down to the issue of sub-national policing policy of the nation. Section 214 of the Constitution makes it clear that there shall be a police force. And if it has stopped there, maybe we'll have found a way around it. But he went further to say that no other force shall be established.
So
it closes the possibility
of having another one. So
and that's why we've been talking. Yeah, that's why we've been talking about restructuring. I'm national chairman of Restructure Actualization Movement. It's one of the areas we've been, advocating, and I think the need for sub-national policing is already well underscored. I don't think anybody is in doubt as to the benefits that will come out of it. Some people out of some puerile argument say, governors will misuse it. Excuse me. That everything else can be misused. So if you use the argument of misuse or abuse, then you won't do anything at all. But there's nothing in the world that cannot be abused or misused.
So state police.
Yeah. So for me, not even beyond state, sub-national policing down to the level of the wards. That's what existed. That's what makes a federal state. Because we got into this centralized thing, we forgot that we are supposed to be running a federation. What makes it federation that the federating unit have the freedom to do all of these things. And it has happened before. It's not a new thing. It's not as if it's strange that we are importing it from somewhere. That was what was wrong between 63 and 66. So it's not new, it's not strange.
Okay, so what's your advice to the federal government in this regard? Because it appears the federal government does not really want to devolve power. The federal government is skeptical and all that as we wrap up.
Yeah, I like that. When I hear a lot of elites discuss the issue of restructuring, I look at the fact that they say it with respect to those who are in power now. But the truth is that we are all the same. The typical black man has a KBAC mentality. This kind of feudal mentality where you want to hold power all to yourself. You don't want to devolve power. You feel like you are shooting yourself on the foot if you devolve power. Everybody can say it. I can bet you some of those who are advocating restructuring, if you make them president tomorrow, they say, wait. When you remind them about the restructuring, they say, wait, we'll do it next year. Power is so sweet with us that we don't want to let it go. And because we've stayed in that state for so long, it's become increasingly difficult to develop power.